So what was it like, if you just tell me like what a Quantum Therapeutix session was like for you in your experience? Like when you'd get together with Cherie?
Yeah, when I first started the sessions with Cherie, it was very different than my, traditional talk therapy that I had been doing. Cherie and I would sit down, and she would, it was like she could feel what I was dealing with, and sometimes could sort of pick up on things that I wasn't necessarily aware of. We would talk about my childhood, way back when, and, how maybe something from a young age was still affecting me now. And, she would sort of guide me through, okay, how old were you when this thing happened? Picture where you were at, go talk to your younger self, let them know it's okay, like everything's fine now, like we're sorry you went through that, let's move forward. And that was a really, really different approach, and a really, really effective approach, I think.
How did you feel different afterwards, either after any given session or after you got it going? What was life like afterwards?
After each session, I would always feel, I wouldn't say always, sometimes I would feel, tired, like I just did so much work in such a short amount of time, where some days I would be like, oh, I'm just gonna go lay down and just like recover from all of the processing that I just did. And over time it got easier and easier to do each session, and it's it started to really make sense what we were doing. And after the first 3 months, and she had explained to me, the most intense part is the first 90 days. And it was almost like I kind of forgot the 90 days was there, and I sort of had an epiphany of like, oh my gosh, like I do feel different. I feel more clear-headed. I feel less anxiety. Like I'm able to meet up with friends and not be just like so nervous leading into the social activity, and while I'm in the middle of the activity. And life just started to feel easier, and like I was walking through life just like simpler.
Awesome. Because when you jump in Quantum Therapeutix, you're literally going back and getting parts of yourself or molecules. So, you do come back in some sessions. When you do that, you are going to have a bit of jet lag, but it's really for the good, and you just go rest and let it download.
It does sort of feel like a download, like, okay, that was a lot, let me just like let it all sink in. And
organize the files. It's cool how you kind of forgot about the time frame because you started feeling better. Sounds like.
It was like I was less concerned about not feeling good, and was just like suddenly like, oh, life is just like happening, and it's not a whole ordeal every day of my life. When I wake up, I'm not like dreading how am I going to get through this day. I was just getting through the day. And
awesome. So if you